There we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome into the RideLife Podcast. It is Mother's Day, and I'm sure we don't have any mothers listening, but if you ride a Can-Am, happy Mother's Day. What's up, Jim?
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Man, listen, it was a good bikey weekend, man. There's a lot of shit. I dove into the breaks. A listener came and bailed us out, the legend himself. So I don't know how much you want to get into that, but I decided to dive into that master cylinder yesterday.
Yeah. We'll get into it. So let's just start off with a couple events. The only thing we got, the RideLife Barbecue, June 21st. What else we got? I got Sturgis and Laconia. It has been raining so much up here. I'm hoping the rain is done for Laconia. So by the time Laconia comes, we should have some perfect riding weather. And Jim's bike is done and ready. So what'd you end up doing? Did you end up buying a new master cylinder, or did you do a rebuild? What the hell did you do?
All right, so I reached out to Doc Harley and I was like, "Hey, I just want your 2 cents on this." And he was like, "Listen," he goes, "I just replace them. I don't rebuild them." But I was kind of like, all right, it's $50 versus $150. If I buy the rebuild kit, I might end up spending $200. Who knows? But I had a few beers in me. It was raining. Shocker.
No way. Wait. You had some beers in
And
you?
yeah, I had a few beers in me. It was raining. And I looked online, and the Harley dealer down the street had the rebuild kit. So I said, fuck it, I'm going to go grab it. So I grabbed the kit. I said, I'm just going to try it. I've never done it, never rebuilt it. I watched a bunch of videos. Turns out, all of the videos I watched are not what that master cylinder actually is on the inside. Mine is actually easier.
Oh, good.
Believe it or not. So they improved the design. So I rain in, bad weather, go to work on Saturday. It's crappy out. And I'm like, by the time I got home, it was beautiful. It was sunny. I'm like, screw it. I'm going to dive into this. So pull the master cylinder off, and I want to pull the brake lever off the shaft, off that shaft that it sits on. And I pull it off. I'm like, this thing is like frozen solid. Like, it won't move. I'm like, it's frozen. So I look at the little nut, and there's like, I'm like, it's like corrosion over there. I'm like, what the fuck is that from? It was all greased up and stuff. Whatever. So I pull the master cylinder off. I drain all the fluid out of it. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to rebuild this thing. But in the meantime, I got to get this arm off. And I'm going through the like typical situation that I go through right now. Like, where the fuck are all my tools? I don't know where. Like, I have every Allen wrench that I need except for the one I actually need. Yep. I could probably tear the whole bike apart except for the one I actually need. I'm trying to get the floorboard out of the way. I can't get the floorboard out of the way. I'm just getting frustrated because now this arm's frozen. The floorboard's in the way. So I called up our buddy Roadie Riders, thinking he'd still live 5 minutes from me. But he moved a town and a half over, which is fine. He's only 20 minutes, but yeah. So he came over.
Rhode Island, so he was.
Yeah, it's not that far. But I had you got to picture it. Like, I'm working in the driveway. Everything's everywhere. The brake arm is laying there. The master cylinder's laying there. I got tools spread out everywhere. And I really don't want to go drive to the storage unit 20 minutes. So I'm like, listen, can you bail me out? He goes, yeah. What do you need? I'm not doing anything. So he came over with a set of Allen wrenches and some vice grips, because I didn't have vice grips. I'm like, I thought I had vice grips in my home toolbox, but apparently they're in the truck. So he comes over with that, and we're looking at this thing, and I pull this. We finally work this off the shaft, and it is white. The whole shaft is white, like no one had ever greased it ever, except that I know for a fact I greased it last year, but apparently not well enough.
You got to use special grease. Did you use the right grease?
Well, last year it came with the blue grease. I don't think the blue grease was the trick.
Oh, all right.
So it probably because my bike's an outside bike, and even though it's under the cover, there's a lot of moisture going on. So he says, screw it. He's like, Advanced Auto Parts around there. He's like, I'm going to go buy some steel brushes, and I'm going to get you the anti-seize. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. Yep.
So he goes, he picks up anti-seize and some steel brushes. He comes back. And now I'm taking the master cylinder apart. So really all the rebuild kit is like a little piston with some rubber O-rings and a new spring inside. That's the whole entire rebuild kit. Everything else gets reused.
Yeah.
So it's got that stuff internally, and then externally there's another spring, and then there's a washer, and then there's an E-clip. So you can imagine where that E-clip went. somewhere in the neighbor's window, like three streets over, I'm sure. But whatever. I'm like, all right, I got it all torn down. It's all apart. I brake cleaned the hell out of it, cleaned it all out. I can't do anything with this until I figure out what to do. I can't find the C-clip. I got some C-clips. I'm like, these aren't going to work. They're not strong enough. He comes over with the brushes. We clean up that shaft real good. Clean up the inside of the brake lever. Get it all clean. Lube it all up. And I'm like, that's about all I can do tonight. I'm gonna have to call Harley, get the stupid washer and the friggin' E-clip.
C-clip.
No, it's an E-clip.
Oh, E-clip.
Yeah, you know what the difference is, right? I never knew this.
No, inform me.
All right. So the C-clip is the ones with the two little holes that you can use the tool.
Yep, snap rings.
And E-clip is the ones that don't have the holes, and you just press them on. Oh. So if you picture it, it goes like this. You know, as an E-clip. I never knew that's what it was called.
I've seen them before. I never knew they were E-clips. All right.
Yeah. So I learned this yesterday, so you're not missing much.
All right. Okay.
So I'm like, all right, listen, the wife's home. It's late. I'm like, you came over, you bailed me out. I appreciate you. I'm going to have to probably just call Harley and get like the part. So he takes off, and I'm kind of disappointed because I'm like, there's only one Harley dealer open on Sundays around here. And I'm sure they don't have this very specific thing. And it's going to be in the 70s today. And what the hell do I do? So I started thinking last night, and I was like, you know what? It's just an E-clip and a washer. Like, probably just go to Harbor Freight or something. I'm like, why not? So I go to Harbor Freight this morning, 9 a.m. I'm walking in as they're unlocking the door. I get the kit. I buy the kit with a whole bunch of washers and a whole bunch of E-clips. Picked up a couple of small vice grips and a set of Allen wrenches because I'm like, I'm not wrestling with Allen wrenches today. So I go and I get all my shit. I come back. I'm like, all right, I got everything now. I'm good. Put the little plunger in the master cylinder, put the rod in. I use 2 sets of vice clips. So on that outer spring, I compress it with one, and I put the washer on, and then I put the little E-clip on, and then I put another one on top of it so that when I release the spring, it doesn't create some weird, crazy pressure and send it to the moon. Mm-hmm. I'm like, perfect. I'm like, this is perfect. It's mint. It's all there. Put it on the bike, put everything back on the bike, fill it up with fluid. It goes nowhere. I'm pumping that pedal. It won't go. There's nothing. There's no fluid moving in this thing at all. There's no air bubbles coming out. I'm going, you got to be kidding me. So you got, like, what is wrong with this thing? It's simple. There's really actually way easier than I thought it was going to be.
Yep.
It was simple. So I take it all off again, come back in the house. I start looking at the thing. I'm like, yeah, it's really kind of bindy. Take it all apart, go through the whole process, put it all back. I must have just had something seated wrong. I think what happened was there's an outer push rod, and you push that down, and then you snap in a C-clip, and that kind of holds everything internally. I think I just seated it too low. So it just wasn't going to move.
Yeah.
So I rebuilt the whole thing, put it back on. Everything back on, filled it up. It works like a charm now. Works like a charm.
Good thing I don't know if I can endure any more explaining of a master cylinder here. Jeez.
Listen, it's hard. It's hard because a lot of people really don't like tear into their master cylinder, right? And it probably all along was just that shaft.
Yeah.
Like
that's what I thought it was.
The shaft being corroded, it was binding because, like, even with that master cylinder off, everything off it, it was still hard to move. But I got all new fresh brake fluid, and the master cylinder's rebuilt, and so that's a positive for it.
Good. All right, let's get into the important stuff. So when Rody come over, did he ride or did he drive? What was he on his bike?
No, he drove.
He drove.
He brought the Jeep.
So he had to bring the tools. Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
So
he was telling me, I'm flash forwarding a little bit, but he was telling me He's like, I really haven't done a lot of riding. He rode up to Gardner, of all places, and got a dyno at Ron's Performance in Gardner.
Huh. Did you know about that place?
I didn't. I was like, where'd you go? Double D's? And he's like, no, this is Ron's Performance. This guy's got all kinds of like racing awards and all kinds of stuff. And never heard of it. I don't think I've ever heard of it. Ron's Dyno.
Huh.
And I lived there.
Yeah. So, yeah, but you weren't into the bikes back when you were in there. You weren't really. But
not as much, but it's such a small town. Like you would think you
drive by
shit.
it. So,
yeah.
Did you guys go riding today with your brand new brakes and shit?
All right, we went riding-ish. So once I got everything back together, I said, I'm going to go for a little ride. And he was messaging, and he's like, hey, how'd it work out? And I get everything all worked out. And then I'm getting yelled at.
I see. So, yeah, all right, you get everything worked out, but hold on. You switched to cigarettes? Are you off the douche flute, or what are you doing?
I don't know what I'm doing. Listen, I'm going through some shit. I'm just going to smoke and probably hope I die young.
only the good die young, so you're fucked.
Yeah, well, that's great. I'll be 110 years old. So, I said, what are you doing? He goes, oh, I'm working on the bikes today. I'm working on my daughter's bike. So he just bought his daughter, or she bought a 14 Sportster 48.
Yep.
And it had some, I don't even know what the brand was, but it was a ridiculously like loud, like not cool trash bag exhaust on it. So he's putting a new exhaust on it. He's got a bunch of parts on it. So I said, well, listen, I'm out riding the bike. I'm not doing anything. You want me to pop over? And he goes, yeah, pop over. So hung out with him for the afternoon. Kind of, I don't know if I really helped him all that much, but
so what was what was the new exhaust he put on?
Two brothers, 2 into 1. Two brothers. Okay. The shorty.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what you had on the Cop Glide.
Gotcha. All right.
It was all black with a carbon fiber tip. It was actually really nice, and it sounded really nice too.
Yeah.
I got a video of it. So
yeah, you sent it to me. Did you guys go for a ride at all, or you just work on the bikes?
So we went for a short ride, maybe 20 miles.
Yeah.
So his daughter's new to riding, first bike, a little nervous riding with other people. So I said, listen, this thing is, you got to take it out now. Like, we got to go. We got to go for a little ride, right? Yeah. So we just made like a nice little loop, 20 miles or whatever. And that was all the riding we really did by the time we got everything on. But you know how it is when you put those exhausts on, like, everything has to be like barely threaded on and caught to get everything where it needs to go. Yep. You know, it's just a pain in the ass.
I know. I've put on plenty of exhaust. Everything's got to be loose. You got to tighten it a certain way, get it all so it's not flexing funny and snapping studs like I did on my Road Glide. So yeah, that's more riding than I did. I didn't get any riding in this weekend. It absolutely poured all day Saturday. All day Saturday, I've been messaging this guy. Me and my buddy Steve have been messaging this guy. We want to buy 3-wheelers in the worst way. This guy's got like 3 or 4 of them, a couple crappy ones, a couple decent ones, but we just want to buy them all and ride 3-wheelers and have a spare one. And this guy, like, it was Saturday night. He's like, I'll message you in the morning. Never message us. We message him 5-6 times. This guy is driving me nuts. I hate Marketplace. And he lives pretty close to where we live. So it's not like we can't just pop over there in 5 minutes. Oh, well. What are you messing with the... There you go. What? No? It got really bright over there.
It's like a chore. Like, dude, I want to give you money and take these things you have, and you're actually making it really hard for me to just give you money.
I know. Like, you have them for sale. Like, he has a bunch of 3-wheelers for sale. He's always selling 3-wheelers. He has a bunch of stuff listed on Marketplace. I'm like, do you sell anything? Do you ever respond to anybody? Absolutely driving me nuts. So, anyways.
Those are just listings for his wife to make his wife happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Then, he's not actually really selling them.
And then today was nice. 65, 66 degrees with a pretty good wind. And I didn't do any riding today. I didn't do anything today. I was pretty lazy. Just didn't do anything. So, but
I did like total, like with them, and then like a little bit on my own. I did like maybe 75 miles top. So, but enough to get out, make sure that the brake was working good. I stomped on it a couple times. It works pisser now. It works better than it ever did. So
Well, that's good. Yeah, we could change the brake fluids. Like, did some maintenance. You got some things.
Yeah.
So yeah. So hopefully next year you don't have to worry about that.
So I got some other shit that's got to get done. I mean, I got to do all the fluids and stuff like that. But that's just stuff you do.
Yeah, and the tires. We're gonna do your tires. Laconia. We're gonna do your tires. Come on, that's gonna be fun.
I tried. So she gets this exhaust on this bike. She fires it up, right? And I'm like, oh, this thing's nice. Like, it sounds good. It's cool. It's a little 48. And I was like, we need to do a burnout on this bike. Like, really bad. We need to do a burnout. And Rhodey was kind of like, yeah. And she was kind of like, no, don't do a burnout. And they're like, but she goes, take it for a ride. I haven't ridden a bike like that in a long time. Like, because I've been on the bagger. It's so light.
Oh, it's so nice for just riding around town and in and out. And
I was like, boy, I could go for one of these. So, but she's got the bug though. She's like, oh, I got levers, I got this going. She wants to get new bars on it. So she's looking at like maybe some Thrashing Supply, risers and depending on maybe a mid bend bar and stuff like that. So
nice.
She's got the bug, man.
I heard that Rhodey's got some new parts. We're gonna have to get Rhodey back on because I want to talk to him again, and we got to get out riding. But I want to get him back on. But tonight we have a guest coming on tonight. He's in the waiting room. He's on the green couch. Hopefully, he doesn't touch anything. He's Jim, we've really hit the bottom of the barrel this time with this guest. I mean,
did you put the plastic on the green couch finally?
Yes, yeah, it was getting pretty gross down there.
Hey, is this the guy I was supposed to go play pool with?
Yeah, so this is the supposed pool shark from. He lives in South Carolina. I've never met him. We've just talked meeting through the podcast, and he's got some dynas. He'll tell us what he has. He's got a pretty decent job, cool job. I'll let him talk about it all. But so my buddy Matt, let's bring him in. Bring in Matt. You got him, or you want me to bring him in?
I got him.
All right, bring him in.
What's up, Matt?
What's going on, gentlemen?
Matt?
How we doing?
Oh, there he is. What's up, Matt?
You see me? Nothing much, man. Living the life. How you guys doing?
We're doing good. We're doing
good.
Jim, you're lucky you missed the first part. Jim was just telling us about his master cylinder rebuild and almost put me to sleep. So now we're back in action now.
Well, master cylinders are important.
This is true. This is true. So what's
Depends
up?
on how hard you want to hit the tree.
Yeah.
I got a few that I sent Brian a picture of a mailbox post that met a motorcycle.
Yeah, that wasn't pretty. That was not what I was expecting. I was honestly expecting a little video, a funny video, but that was that was. But
there was nothing funny about that whole situation.
No. So Matt, where are you from? You're down in South Carolina. Is that where you're at?
Born and raised in Charleston.
Born and raised in Charleston. Okay.
Yeah, which is now southern New York and southern New Hampshire and all, because all of y'all are coming down here.
Hey, but we're sick of the weather up here.
I mean, I didn't tell you to live there.
I was born here. I didn't choose it. Come on. So,
but I heard
I got some cousins that moved there.
Where at?
They're in that Charleston area. I don't know if it's like Greater Charleston or Charleston, the city. So they were down in Florida for a while, and they moved up there. So
yeah, Florida's a little unique. My son was actually born in Florida on accident. So
on accident?
Well,
yeah, his mama went to go because her dad lived there. His mama went to go see him. She had 2 more weeks before she was due, and she went into labor while she was there. Like, great, now I got a Florida man kid. So
I thought you were gonna say like, she was driving through Florida and had a baby in the kit and in the car or something.
Yeah, no, just decided to go into labor.
All right. So you have today off, Matt? Do you work today? What do you do?
Yeah, I run a pretty tight schedule. I work at the hospital 5 days a week, 1 day a week at Cycle Gear, and Sundays go to church, cook, clean, do laundry, and go to bed.
Yeah, you're a busy guy down there.
Yeah, somebody's got to do it, man. Money don't make itself.
Yeah. I mean, have you been out riding at all yet this year?
I rode a little bit this year. Around here, it's not real safe to ride unless you know a lot of the back ways. There's just so many people not paying attention. But I've probably
It's
gone maybe
everywhere.
1,000 miles this year. But this week and next week is going to be horrible. It's pouring rain, thunderstorms every day.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
not
plus,
been
is
good.
Myrtle Beach Bike Week going on right now?
Yep, started Friday.
Start Friday. So you going to get out there, or are you going to avoid that at all
Not
costs?
this year. I'd try to avoid that one in the spring. I like to go to the fall one for a day. It's
Yeah.
only an hour and a half away from me.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Cool.
But we sold out of every touring tire there was at the store on Thursday and Friday.
Really?
I had people like, well, I'll put Shinkos on. I'm like, this Shinko's for a sport bike. It's not going to fit your road glide, man.
So at CycleGate, you guys have a shop? You guys install tires there, or you just sell
We
them?
install them, but you got to bring me the wheel off the bike.
Yeah.
We can't like pull it off the bike.
Gotcha.
And it's a pretty good deal. I mean, you buy the tire from me, it's $30, mountain balance. Yeah,
Really?
if you don't, it's $50. Yeah.
That's not bad.
That's
Yeah.
not a bad deal.
No.
I mean, most people around here, like the Harley shop's getting, I think, $250 labor to pull them off mountain balance plus the price of your tire.
Yep.
All right. Like I told Jim, he's going to come up here during Laconia. I'm going to do his tires. He's not sure how much I'm going to charge him yet, but he might not like it.
Trust me, I'll get all my money back in beer.
All right.
There you go. I think the average shop rate around here is $125 an hour.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know what the dealership is around here, but it's around that 150. It's crazy.
Yeah. More than I want to pay. I work on my own stuff, so.
Yeah, same here. Same. No, Jim does too. He tries to.
Yeah.
What do you got? What do you got in the garage these days, man? What's your bike of
Let's
choice?
see here. I got a Dyna and a Sportster that have been sold. I'm just waiting for them to be picked up.
Oh, that
So
guy's
your
never going
buddy.
to come pick those up.
He says the 28th. I took a day off of work, so he better show up.
Oh, he better.
In front of my house, I got a FXR and a Fat Boy. And what else do I have? I got a Suzuki something. Like a 650. It's one of the small cruiser bikes. One of the baby Fat Boys, but that they are real popular in the early 2000s.
Yeah,
It's like a
Volusia, Suzuki Volusia.
something like that. I don't know. Somebody brought it to me to fix it. I told them how much it would cost. I said, you just keep it. So it's been sitting here ever since. But matter of fact, y'all are sitting on top of FXR parts boxes because my gimbal died at the last minute. So I'm like, oh, I looked down, those boxes just over here. So
Well, talk to us about your FXR. Now you got my interest. You got an FXR.
I have a 93 FXR. It belonged to a gentleman here in town. He's in a nursing home now, unfortunately. But when he built it, I mean, he spared no expense. It's a great bike. I haven't run it yet. I just haven't had time to mess with it. But for what I paid $1,600 for the bike.
Jeez, yeah, you don't find those for $1,600 anymore.
No, you don't. But I've been buying a bunch of parts to kind of get it out of the 90s and 2000s. So it's got the cheese grater grips on it. It looks like a lot of a Kiriakin catalog. Trying to replace a bunch of things, to bring it more modern.
Yep.
It's got forward controls. I'm gonna stunt guy. I see what happens to stunt guys at work, so I'm gonna just cruise with it.
All right.
Yeah. And factory parts, I know you and Brian love FXR stuff, so if y'all want them, they're gonna be yours for the taking.
What kind of factory? Oh, don't be telling him about this.
He don't have an FXR. He ain't got a dog in his fight.
I got first dibs. What are you talking here? What are you taking?
We're looking like shocks, front forks, the airbox, and stuff like that.
Does it have dual
Does
disc?
all the hell yeah, brother stuff on it. I think I've showed you pictures of it.
Yeah.
Now finally, I'm waiting on the inspection cover to come in. Once that comes in, I'll have the pieces to replace all that, and it's all going in a box and probably going to you. So
Nice.
I had no need for it. I found some stuff on eBay, some old vintage stuff that looked really good. I might look at getting.
Yep.
But right now, the money said no.
The bank says no. Does it have dual disc?
It is a dual disc.
Really?
Yeah, dual disc. It's got chrome wheels. I don't know if he sent them out and got a chromed or if he found them chromed, but I haven't seen an FXR with chrome wheels.
Huh. Interesting. I'll have to look back at that picture. I know you sent me a picture of it, and I can't. I'm drawing a blank on it, but
Yeah. It's the electric pickle. It's got that green paint job.
Oh, okay. Is it that a factory paint job?
Yeah, he painted it. It's not even the factory tank.
All
Been
right.
trying to find the factory tank for it, and
Oh,
that's been horrible to do.
yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah.
Those are tough to
I
find.
mean, finding one that's not dented is bad enough, and then finding one within the normal price range.
Yeah, I know. FXR parts. I hope they go uncool pretty soon. So come.
That would be nice.
Yeah. No, they're not what they're crapped up to be. So you don't want an FXR.
As soon as I loaded
No,
on the
buy a
trailer, I
dyna.
snapped the picture up. Go ahead.
Buy a dyna.
I
Yeah.
have one.
That
I have it on 5.
you're talking to the dyna daddy, Jim.
That's right.
I don't even like saying
I'm
that.
Daddy.
I feel weird just even saying that, Matt.
Who's your daddy?
Well, I got a new key tag coming for the white bike for well, her name's White Girl, but it's Fat Daddy. So
Oh,
you got Dyna Bros? Well, I'm about that. I'm the Dyna Daddy.
jeez. Are you one of those guys that name all your bikes?
Oh yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Jeez, Jim, have you ever named a bike? I think that's a down south thing.
In seriousness, no. I mean, my kids and I call my current bike, we call it Pearl, but like it's not really like the name.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like a funny thing, and we were like, oh, because it's charcoal Pearl. We're like, oh, that's Pearl, but we never really not like a serious.
Yeah, I think. Oh, maybe my police bike I had. I named it the Cop Glide, but
Yeah,
it wasn't really a name. So I don't know.
That was more of like a description.
Yeah. I'm not into naming bikes. I don't know.
when I was retired as a paramedic for I did that for 30 years.
You did?
I was on the motor team for the county. We had a FXR Cop Glide set up as one of our training bikes. It just sat in the back corner of our shop, and no one touched it.
Really?
No one was allowed to even look at it. I was like, man, I will buy that today.
Jeez.
We don't speak of this bike.
That's crazy. So wait, so you were a paramedic for 30 years?
I was. I started 32 technically, because when I was 16, I went to school, but I couldn't practice till I was 18. So I was volunteer from 16 to 18. On my 18th birthday, I got hired on with the fire department I was volunteering at, and from then on.
Wow, you don't look 70. Jeez.
I'm not 70. I'm 49.
Damn.
So, and you're going to school right now, right? Is that what you said?
I'm done with school. I'm in a practicing nurse now.
Okay. Oh, a registered nurse or a practicing? Is there a difference?
Yeah. LPN and RN. LPN is more of I don't want to say a lower level, but they handle the less acute people.
Okay.
As an RN, I work in the ICU, so I have to get all the critical care patients and all that.
Ugh, I can't.
But I will be moving into this year up to the upstate to go to the Mary Black School of Nursing, which will just increase my my knowledge and all that.
Nice. So I know you got a fat boy, and May 8th, the Gray Ghost returned. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on that? You like it? What are you thinking?
I like it. I don't like the chrome paint.
It's not paint.
It's actually chrome dip. I've seen a few people, but I've seen it on YouTube. I don't know how much I care for that.
Have you seen it, Jim?
Yeah, you want my honest reaction?
Well, of course. What else do we want?
You know what I thought when I saw her. Right?
Oh yeah, you're not a fat boy fan.
I was like, I can't believe they made this bike fucking worse, but they did. Like, I fucking hate it. I hate it so bad.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, you know what I like? And you remember when the V rods first came out? They weren't chrome, but they were like all the V rods were like a real shiny silver.
Yeah,
that's actually kind of what it reminded me of a little bit. I saw some of the newer like Fat Boys, and the rims are a little bit different, and like with the regular paint, they're not so bad. But that thing was like, I was just
It's the Gray Ghost, man. It's iconic. Come on.
It is. Well, they call it. They call it what? The Icon? They call it the Icon series or something like that.
It's an Icon series. Right? It's one of the.
Yeah.
There's only going to be a few, like a couple hundred of those.
It's just not my cup of tea.
No, there's going to be 1,980 of them. 1980. No, what year did they come out? The Gray Ghost.
It was early 90s.
Or maybe it was 1990. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
It's more in the 90s because when that bike when the Fat Boy was in Terminator 2, it was like really like not that old.
Well, whatever year the Gray Ghost came out, that's how many they're gonna make. So that's what they did. But
I mean, I love my Fat Boy, but that's too much going on with that one.
what year is your Fat Boy?
It's shit. 04?
Okay.
Last year the carburetor.
Is it yellow?
Well, it's white.
White. Well, I know who you bought it from. That guy's a dink. I know who you bought it from.
Yeah, he's a prick, man.
Yeah,
I hope he don't listen to this show. He ain't worthy.
he deals with bikes. He buys and sells bikes. He sells you the crappy ones, keeps the good ones.
He's probably gonna be sleeping on this couch back here in like a week or so I should be nice.
Oh, gee. He is homeless right now, he says. So
Yeah.
but
Living on the bridge.
yeah.
Can you be homeless if you sell your home, but you already have a home you're moving into?
Well, yeah, I mean for that split, a couple hours before you close on the new one, you're kind of homeless. All right, let's get back to the Fat Boy though, because I kind of like it, and I've never owned a Fat Boy. I've always liked them though, and my only thing is with this new Gray Ghost is I know it probably would have cost a ton of more money, but if it had the solid wheels, I feel like it would just look better.
Have you ever ridden anything with those solid wheels?
My Night Train had a solid rear wheel.
They suck.
I
heard
yes,
it flies by, you change lanes. They catch all kind of wind.
I've heard that, but then I've had people say that that doesn't affect you. So who knows? And
That's probably reckless.
well, the same thing with the Street Glide, Road Glide. People like, I ride the Street Glide, and I don't feel it pushing against my handlebars, and the Road Glide, it's all in your head.
Yeah.
Well, it's all what you think, I think. So.
I was riding home from Cycle Gear the other night. There's like a 2-mile stretch of road. They cleared a bunch of land on it the other day, and I'd forgotten about it. And it was windy. That wind come through there. I didn't have the trees to break it. I about pushed my ass over the curb. I'm like, whoa, damn. I wasn't paying attention.
What were you riding?
I was on the Fat Boy.
On the Fat Boy, all right, with the solid wheels. Yeah.
Yep.
Like
normally, if it's windy, I can just, you can you expect it, but I wasn't expecting it. I listening to my headset, just jamming out.
Yep. What helmet are you rocking?
I was wearing my Simpson that day. My mod bandit that I can't wear anymore.
Really? Jim's got a Simpson mod bandit. Have you ever worn it yet, Jim? Did you wear it today?
I wore it today.
All right, good. Jeez, I mean, we've been waiting for this review, and by the time you review it, it's not going to be even made anymore.
Yeah, no, it's banned. No, I wore it today. Listen, I bought that thing right at the end of the year. It got cold, it got snowy, it got salty, and then dog shit happened all spring. It hasn't. It finally stopped raining here, but yeah, I wore it today. That thing it's awesome.
Yeah, all right.
First of all, it's noisy compared to a few other helmets, but it's modular. They're inherently noisy.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, it's got a lot. So
I was at the gas station the night. Somebody said something to me. I turned around to look at him, and it was sitting on my seat. And I bumped it with the bag I had in my hand, and it bounced through the parking lot. I'm like, well, that one's gone to shit.
Ugh, yep. So, hey, Matt, why move your camera a little bit? I know you put on all your new makeup and everything, so I want people to see you on YouTube, see how good looking you are. Not the other way. Go the other way.
Which way do you want to go? This way?
Yep, that way. There you go. A little more. There you go. Yeah, right there. Perfect. There you go. All right, good. Oh, look at it. Both of you guys have nice fans in the background. So you guys just aren't prepared with the nice studio I have here.
Yeah, I don't need my fan yet.
Yeah, I'm in the south. It don't get turned off.
Yeah, it was 65 degrees here today with a very cold wind. So
it's been 80s for the last week, but it's been so humid. Now the rain's come in. It brought the temperature down, but it's still super sticky out. So.
Yeah. So what's the next event you're gonna go to? You think, Matt?
Bike night on Tuesday night.
Oh, you guys have bike night?
Yeah, I'm the unofficial marketing director for my store. I set up all the bike nights. I set up all the ride-ins and all that kind of stuff.
Nice. How many bikes you guys get? What's that?
It's hard to do because we don't get much of a budget, so I depend a lot on people just being nice and giving us stuff. But it's we usually get between 150 and 200 bikes, 250 to 300 people. I mean, it's a good time.
Yeah, that sounds like a good night.
That's definitely a good crew.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, all the local people around here, they really support us. We take good care of them. It's They come to us for advice on stuff instead of going to the internet and searching. It's like, what do you think? And they'll take what we tell them. So,
That's good. What town is that in Charlestown? Where is that?
it's in North Charleston. It's at my store. It's what do we do it? 5 to 8.
Every Tuesday. Nice.
Every second Tuesday of the month.
Second to you guys have food trucks there or anything? You just
We usually cook, but we're not cooking the last two. We didn't cook last one, and we're not cooking for this one because we don't know what the weather's going to be. We'll spend the day doing barbecue. You will make like barbecue tacos, barbecue sandwiches. The CMAs, the Christian Motorcycle Association, they come out there and they support us. They'll make hot dogs. We'll make like some homemade chili for the hot dogs. We did for 4th of July. We're planning like an America event. We're doing hamburgers and hot dogs and chips and all that. And
nice. So
food trucks want money to come out and then charge the customer money too. But I'm like, the company gives me $150 to put this event on. I mean, I'm not coming out of pocket $1,000 just for you to come sell to make money. It's just
that's silly.
We're trying to get a couple of bands and stuff coming there, but it's growing.
And you probably don't see like as far as the store, like a huge uptick in like what you're bringing into the store. Like there's going to be some, but not to justify that kind of expense. It's like, listen, I'm giving you a free parking spot. I'm delivering you 200 to 250 people. We're not asking for a thing except cook your food and sell your product.
Exactly. Our sales on bike nights are actually dipped for our normal Tuesdays. The store will be packed, but people aren't buying.
Yep.
Now, the first one we did, everybody had that tax money. We did, I think it was a $12,000 day. But, I think we missed goal last month on it. I shouldn't actually be saying that. That's insolid information. But
I'll get you
bike nights, just historically, they don't sell a lot. So we're trying to get more people into the stores. We move the food inside. So if you want something to eat, bring gas in the store. Right here, go buy that. Make me justify you being here. So
yeah. And I think Cycle Gear is one of those places. I know I've done it. Like I'll just see one and I'll just pop in because I'm out riding and people will just pop in and walk around and touch everything and try things on and do this and do that. There's not a lot of stores I'll do that with. Cycle Gear is probably one of them.
Yeah.
How many stores are nationwide? There's a lot of stores, right?
Right at 200 when you add up all of our brands. Okay. You got Revzilla, Cycle Gear, and JMP Cycles, all the same company.
Gotcha. Nice. Jeez, well, do
you think that? Oh, I was just gonna say, do you think that Cycle Gear though definitely kind of like not so much as an online presence, but like an in-store presence appeals a little bit more to like the Honda, Suzuki, Kawi guys, like a little bit more?
We kind of cater more to that, more to the sport bike, because we're a big helmet supplier. That helmets are our bread and butter. We the riding gear we don't carry. We have a lot of leather jackets, but our main displays are the sport bike type jackets and all that.
Yeah.
But it's like for last year was my first year there doing the bike night stuff. I don't think maybe 2 cruisers showed up and one of them was mine. It's just it's starting to turn. People are realizing, hey, these dudes on the Harley with the long beards and talk funny, they're really cool, and so are the people on the sport bike. So we're getting a good mesh of people. So.
Well, and you can still get spark plugs, batteries, things like that. It's not like your Harley Superstore where you're buying like levers and things like that. But
we do have levers in the store, but they're mostly for dirt bikes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But
you guys have the Can-Am riders come in?
Yeah, they show up.
Oh God. Well, I was saying
we put parking cones in the middle of every parking spot, so you can put a bike on either side.
Yeah.
So then jackasses show up, they park around back behind the building. I think I sent either you or the other Brian a video. This guy must have been 10,000 LED lights on his.
Oh God.
I'm like, what in the hell? Why? Why do you want to be seen more than this? I would put a full face on with a dark field on so no one knew it was me.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you on that. But so, are you gonna make it up to the RideLife barbecue? You talking about cooking stuff? You can come up here and cook for us if you want. I'll even pay you.
I'd love to make it up there. You got to talk to my boss.
Yeah, I know you're a busy guy down there.
I'm trying to be. It's with a lot of stuff going on in my personal life. I got to stay busy.
Yeah. Well, hey, Jimmy was very disappointed you didn't call him because he wanted to kick your ass in pool. So,
Oh, I mean, we can roll on a 9-ball table.
Well, knowing now that you were in Charleston and I was in South Carolina and Charlotte, we weren't exactly like next door to each other.
Well, you were in Columbia, weren't you?
Yeah, I was in Columbia, but only for like 4 days.
So you're 90 miles away from me.
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't like it was like, hey, want to go play pool? All right, cool. I'll meet you in 20 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half ride to get there.
Yeah.
no,
And I would feel bad if I made you drive 90 minutes across the state to destroy you in 9-ball.
I mean, yeah, it's
wow.
it's okay. I'd say $10 a ball. I mean,
$10
actually want
a
to go.
ball.
Yeah.
I like that.
$10 a ball. That's like playing $10 a hole in golf, Jim. That's ballsy.
Yeah. I'm actually more. I love 9-ball. 9-ball's probably I'm really into 10-ball these days.
Yeah. I've never played 10-ball. It looks really interesting. I mean, 9-ball's still the big hook down here. It's I think it's just so fast and loose, you know.
So the thing about if you're playing the two games the way they're supposed to be played, 10-ball is call every ball, call every save. If you miss a ball and I can't see, I can make you make that shot. I can give you that shot back. So that's the biggest reason why. Yeah. So there's no shit saves, and so it's definitely like you got to call save. If you pocket a ball that you didn't intend to pocket, I can make you shoot the next shot if I want to.
Interesting.
So it's just a little bit different. Whereas like 9-ball, and when you watch people who really know how to play it, it's not. But technically speaking, 9-ball is pretty much slot pool. Like anything goes.
Yeah. Yeah, 9-ball is more luck than anything. But I thought with 9-ball, if you're good at playing safe, you can win almost every game. Yeah, you force them to give you ball in hand almost every time.
Yep. So do you play in a league?
I used to before my son was born. That was 20 years ago. I played Pot of Gold League. Okay. I don't know if they had that up there or not.
No.
I played that for a couple of years. We went to Vegas and we won up there 20 years ago. I think the tournament paid us $10,000. It was like $2,000 a piece, nice. But they paid for the hotel and everything. So.
Yeah, up here we're doing mostly USAPL, and some people are still hanging on to APA. But
yeah, APA is big down here. There's a lot of the pool halls have an APA banner in their window.
All right, that's good. That's enough pool talk. I've had enough of that. Jesus. So
we got a lot of golf courses down here. I'm sure you like those.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to play golf today, but we got so much rain. Like I said, my course was absolutely flooded today. It didn't even open. So
you ever heard of Gaiman's Hall Country Club?
What is it? Gimmett's?
Gaiman's Hall Country Club?
No.
It's like literally a mile that way.
Yeah.
It's I've never been out. When I worked for the city, I've been out there on EMS and fire calls, but I've never actually seen the golf course. But
there's so many golf courses down there. It's can't keep up with them.
Brian, what'd you play down there? Harbortown?
Harbortown, yeah, I played Harbortown. That's in Hilton Head, though. I don't know how far that is from you.
Hilton Head's about an hour.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, we got a lot of PGA tours. The county I worked for, Charleston County, when I worked at EMS, Kiowa Island, which is where the ocean course and all that is. Yeah, that was all hours. So anytime the Masters or anything was out there, I worked that.
Yeah,
we used to get out there and hang around, and we had free access to the golf course anytime we wanted. But I'm like, man, I don't even play putt-putt. I don't know what the hell to do out here.
Yeah, my buddy just went down and played Kiowa, and he said it was incredible. The locker room is just incredible. So I mean, those places are pretty nice.
But yeah, it's definitely for the highly more affluent than I am type person.
Yeah. So back to motorcycle. What is what's the newest bike you have? Is it the 04 Fat Boy?
No, it's the 05 Dyna.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. What? So you got a Dyna? What is it? Lowrider, Super Glide?
Lowrider.
Okay.
It's a lowrider.
All right. Is it? What color is it?
It's right now. I think there's some orange. There's some black. It's kind of it was in the middle of a paint job. I was trying stuff. Then he said he wanted it. At the same time, I was leaving my house. So I'm like, you know what? I ain't gonna have time to finish any of this stuff. So.
Oh, that's the one you sold.
Yes.
Yes. You sold that one, and it's good. You get rid of the sports. You don't want a Sportster.
Well, I was gonna hardtail it and put some big old fat wide tires on the front and the rear, just make it like a hooligan bike. I got so much damn money. That's probably the most expensive sports that's not running in the world right now. I got so much damn money tied up in that thing.
And you sold it? That was
It's gone.
not good.
As soon as he picks it up, it's gone.
Let that guy deal with it.
Well, he wants it, he can have it. I mean, it's spent a lot of money trying to be cool when I didn't. I was already cool.
That's funny. So,
where do you stand? I just gotta ask this question because it's been on my mind a lot lately. I love softails and I love dynas. Where do you stand on these new softails that used to be dynas?
Honestly, I think they're doing both brands a disjustice. That's what I'm looking for. Dyna's a dyna, the softail's a softail. Dynas are meant to look like the little racy bike, the hot rod, where the softail's like the bottom line cruiser. The exposed shocks, the different exhaust, all that. To me, that just looks good. That just looks racy. That's that style of bike. Whereas, softail originally was designed to look like a rigid frame bike.
Yep.
With just the swing arm moving. So.
Yep. Yeah, when I first bought my softail, I couldn't imagine why people would want to see the shocks on the outside. Like, why would that ever want? Yeah. So, but then I grew to love the dyna. So I don't know, and I still like the softail. I don't dislike them, but I think the dyna looks better in my eyes now. But everything changes.
More like a machine.
Yeah. I like seeing the more functioning parts and nothing hidden. And but Jim, what was that you put in the notes about some Big Daddy Lowrider S 2000? Oh. What the hell's that?
Uncle Daddy. Uncle Daddy from what is it, Bert's Black Widow?
Oh, you're talking. Oh no, see, you watch him way too much. I don't watch any of those things.
He comes up in my fucking feed, dude. So he had some what was it, 2017 Lowrider S, and it had it was black and gold like panel paint. And he says this bike makes frequent stops to your mom's house, and I just about pissed myself. But I just find him funny. I find his videos funny. The bike was cool. The panel paint, it's been done 10,000 times, and I really didn't pay much attention to the bike itself. But that line just had me rolling. It had me absolutely rolling.
He's actually got some really funny stuff online.
Yeah, he does for sure.
Yeah. 2017.
He's watching shorts.
The shorts. That's where he kills it.
Yeah.
But 2017, that Dyna Lowrider S, that was the last year they made them, and I remember seeing. I was in Daytona Bike Week at Bruce Rossmeyer's back then, and they had one for sale, and I was really thinking about buying it, but I didn't realize that was the last year of the Dyna. At that point, I didn't know that Dynas were done, so I might have bought it if I knew all that info, but I didn't.
I don't know if this will work or not, but I screenshotted it just to have it to kind of remind myself.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
That's like the one you were thinking about buying, wasn't it? Wasn't it gold and black like that?
Well, it was original paint, so it was black with the bronze wheels.
Oh, okay.
I think the Lowrider S in 2017, I think they were all black with the bronze wheels. I think they were all the same. It was kind of like
I think the S model, pretty much that was their standard on the S model.
Yep, exactly. So, yep.
Bronze wheels looked good for a while until everybody started having them.
Yeah, and then they put them on the new Lowrider STs, and then I got sick of them. I love gold wheels. I got gold wheels on my Fox Body Mustang. So
get me started on that.
On what, gold wheels?
No, Fox Bodies. I've wasted so much money in my life on Fox Bodies.
Yeah, you've had Fox Body? I didn't know this part of you.
I was drag racing back when I'm sure you've heard of Gene Deputy. We're going way back.
Yep.
When he was running 10s in a race car, that's back when I was drag racing. Really? Now you're running 10s in a street car.
Yeah, so. 10s in a friggin' Mercedes that get off the showroom floor.
Yeah. I've spent untold fortunes on race cars. So
yeah. What so you had plenty of year Fox Bodies? Anything nice? You ever have a nice Fox Body, or what'd you have?
I had a couple. I had 2 Salines.
Really?
I didn't buy them brand new. I bought them used from people.
Yeah.
I had a SN95 Saline, and I had it was the SSC that they made. I think he made that one for like 2 years. It was the coupe version.
Yep.
Had the 3 stripes. Instead of going straight down, it was 3 stripes on the by the rocker on the door.
Yep.
It had the The 5 liter with the Paxton supercharger, was it a Vortex?
Paxton.
Whatever he put on him.
Yeah, I think it was a Paxton.
Yeah, I had that one for about a year, and it was I was getting in too much trouble with it on the street, so I got rid of it. And decided I was going to drive my truck on the street, my car's on the track.
There you go. You ever go down to the Ford, the Nationals in Carlisle, Pennsylvania?
I have not. I would go to the ones in Myrtle Beach, and I would go down towards, well, I think Cletus owns it now, but Bradenton.
Oh yeah, he does. What's that track? I forget what that track's called. Yeah, Bradenton.
Bradenton Motorsports Park.
Yep. Cletus owns that now.
Yeah, he owns a circle track next door. I think that's the Freedom Factory is what he calls it.
Yep. Yeah, Fox bodies are my. I love them. Like I said, I had one in high school. Had to have another one. Jimmy had one in high school. We've all had Fox bodies, and it's just they just stick with it. I love seeing a Fox body in my garage. It takes up way too much room.
Lego of the car world.
What's that?
It's the Lego of the car world. You can do anything you want to.
Oh, for sure. It takes up
They're
too much
like
room in my
stupid.
garage, but
They're stupid pricey now.
Oh
if
my
you find one that's
Oh,
like
yeah, they've
decent,
gone way
they're
up.
crazy.
yeah,
They're
especially
crazy.
like a '93 Cobra, steel,
Oh,
red
wow.
or black. You ain't touching them for
What are those, 45, 50?
50 grand easily.
Yeah.
Modified 50 grand, all stock, you're probably looking closer to 100.
Yeah, exactly.
That's insane.
And the Cobra,
And it's and those are cool, but it's not like they're not that great. Like it's not. They're not that fast. They're not that powerful. Like they're not. You know what I mean?
well,
It's just the collectability.
yeah, they are great though. Come on.
My friend bought one, actually brand new off the dealership floor. He rode it or drove it for 6 months, and then we had it in the shop ripping heads off on some twisted wedge. Who the hell made a twisted wedge head? Not AFR, trick flow heads, trick flow
yeah.
intake, all that stuff on it. You know, it's like, had we known then what we know now, I would have wrapped that thing in a plastic bag and parked it. But
Yeah, right. I mean,
Brian had a friend. You had a friend that had a 93 teal Cobra
yep.
way
Steve
back
had
in
a
the
night.
day.
Yep. And my friend Jay's got a '93 Cobra right now still, so he's next town over from me. So, with
always
my
like that
Fox,
Cobra rear bumper.
you like that?
The rear bumper on a Cobra, I love those. Just that
Ah.
nice little arc up. I think
Yeah.
it looked better than a saline rear bumper.
I agree. So, but with my Fox body now, I almost kind of wish I left the push rod motor in it because I put a Coyote motor in it, and
I thought the Coyote was a push rod. No, it's overhead cam. Okay.
yeah, it's a modular motor.
The Godzilla's what I'm thinking of. That's the 7.3 that's push rod.
7.3 Godzilla motor. Yep, that's a push rod. Yep. But I missed the push rod sound because the mod motor, they don't set they're fast and reliable, but they just don't have that sound. It's kind of like when you relate it to Harley Davidson when people say a shovel head's the best sounding Harley ever. Do you agree?
I've only heard a shovel head on YouTube, and I think it was yours.
What?
I've never heard one in person.
Are you kidding me? Cut it out. That is that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You've never heard a shovel head
one in person.
You've been into motorcycles for friggin' 40 years, and you've never heard a shovel head in person. You've never had a shovel head come to Cycle Gear Bike Night?
No.
They can't make it that far. That's 10 miles. It's 10 miles. They're not getting there.
We don't still have parts for those.
Let me ask you a question. When you go to these events, because this just made me think of this, right? Like Brian says, I can't believe you never heard of Shovelhead. You probably heard 30 of them, but like when you're at an event and there's 200 people or 2,000 people, like there's just so much going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard to pay attention to one thing, especially if you're not looking right at it.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, there's people that come in. There's a guy who runs a paint shop. He brings everybody who's ever custom painted his bikes. He brings them all in there. So I mean, it's controlled mass chaos. Honestly, is the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
When I'm out there in the crowd saying hi to everybody, and I'm sure you ever heard of Doc Harley? He's the Low Country Holiday Davidson guy. He comes.
Oh,
he's retired.
Harley.
Yeah, not Dr. Harley. Doc Harley.
Yeah.
But he shows up and hangs out with us. He actually retired. We get you ever heard of Headshot? Headshot rides on Facebook or YouTube.
Nope.
He actually works for the Indian dealer, but he's a big Harley proponent. but he shows up for him, and we get some pretty good named people out there.
Nice. So, what's the oldest bike you've ever owned? So you own an Evo. Is that your first Evo you've ever owned?
I own two. Well, the sports don't count as an Evo.
No.
Yeah.
Jeez, this is really.
I believe so. It's the first Evo.
This is really blowing my mind. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I was so into shovel heads. Yeah, I was so into shovel heads for a while, so I don't know.
They're getting expensive, and you're not going to find a lot of them around here.
Yeah.
It's not those. I think people just got rid of them, and our local Harley dealer, anything they have that they think everything they have is laced with gold because their prices are stupid. So, I mean, they got a shovel head up on display up there. I'm sure they'll sell it to you for a couple million, but it's just they're expensive.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any cool looking stock shovel heads out there. I mean, but I don't know.
I saw one last year at the Harley dealer down by me. It was a 78, 76, 77, something like that. I really didn't pay much attention to it because it had a sold tag on it, but the price tag was 18.
Huh. Yeah, you don't see them at dealership. I mean, the dealerships don't even want to look at an Evo. They don't even want to look at a twin cam really anymore. So
if it's not an M8, they don't want to touch it.
Yeah.
No.
Have you ever ridden an M8, Matt?
Yes, I did. I was pretty impressed with the torque.
Yeah, they're pretty impressive.
And it goes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Big difference. Well, I used to have a Triumph Rocket 3. It reminded me a lot of that, where it's just you hit the throttle, it's gone. It's just nothing but throw you back and move.
Yeah. They've definitely come a long way. They're nice rides.
Yeah. I miss that bike.
You gotta
I had to get rid of it.
You almost got to be like, if you're looking for like old shovel heads and stuff like that, you almost got to be like a picker. Like you just got to be in and out of people's like old stuff, barn finds, things like that. If you really want to find one that's not been molested or that somebody doesn't know exactly what they have,
Yep.
That's kind of what I've been doing here lately. Ride through neighborhoods. I'm like peeking around, looking if I can see in their backyard. That's how I found that KZ I told you about. That I'm gonna go talk to him next week, see if he wants to get rid of it. But just kind of seeing what's out. Hey, I buy motorcycles. You selling this? So,
hey, I'm telling you, come up for the RideLife barbecue. I will give you that GS 1000 that's sitting right up there. You can have it.
You got a Honda in your garage. You could probably get rid of too.
Oh yeah, two. I'll give you both of them. Sorry, Chris, but
did you guys ever see this? It's unrelated but related. It's a barn find thing. It's a few years old now, but they went into like a garage. This guy, I think it was like an estate sale, and they found consecutive number Buick Grand Nationals.
No, was it? I'd love to have.
Was it?
Yeah, it's probably 4 years ago now. Buick Grand Nationals, like 87s or whatever. They only came out the 1 year or 2 years. The 6-cylinder twin turbo,
really 87, 88.
Yeah, so it would have been, they were consecutive number, I think 87 Buick Grand Nationals sitting in a barn with like 500 miles on them.
That's crazy.
Sitting on a gold mine. These things were expensive back then. They just gone up ever since.
Yeah, you remember the Gas Monkey garage when he did? I think he found the Firebird, Pontiac Firebird, VIN number 1 and 2, sitting next to each other.
Yeah, and you pay like $500,000 for those.
Yeah. I forget, but I'm sure he made money on them. But
oh yeah, I don't have to pay the taxes on the $500,000 car, much less for the car.
Right, yeah. I'm in the same boat, but I don't know. Well, Matt, we enjoy you coming on tonight, bud. That was
I appreciate you having me.
Last minute decision. I told Jim we were really going to the bottom of the barrel here tonight with Matt, but he's gonna have some good stories.
Everybody's gonna have their 15 minutes of fame.
Yep.
I got good stories. You can't tell them on Facebook.
That's where the best liquor is.
That's right. All right, gentlemen, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate you.
If they want to follow you on Instagram, what are you on Instagram?
At Matt Daddy, I believe.
Matt Daddy. All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I don't know. But
so you must be on it a lot then.
I look at pictures, and that's about it when I'm bored.
Yeah, that's what
When I
Instagram's
have
about.
time, which I don't ever have any of. So
Yep. Yeah, you're a busy guy. Well, I appreciate you taking out some of your time and coming on here, bud.
no problem, man. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, Gotti.
All right. See you.
See you, bud. And
I don't know how to get rid of this.
is there a
There it goes. I got it.
all right, bud. There he goes.
Took me a second. I was like, wait, where's the
Oh,
button?
did you get rid of him?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I figured we wrap this shit up. We never do this. We're always like, stick around in the end, but
Yeah.
let's wrap it up, man. Listen, I know you get the bad weather, but it was a killer weekend down here, man.
Yeah,
You guys got to move south.
It's coming. It's coming. I'll be riding before you know it. I mean, like I said before, I can not be a pussy and start riding now, but I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, all right, man. Well, I guess next week, everybody, next week, we're gonna have a beer review, right? And
Jim doesn't know. Does Brian know?
Yeah.
I'm watching a little something. I'm going to see if Brian remembers.
All right, good. So, we got some good stuff coming up for you guys. So we will see you next Tuesday.
All right, man. See you next Tuesday.